One day I walked into a certain place and I saw lots of deviance in that place. People were actually prostrating to a grave. They were going around the grave and they were asking the man in the grave certain things. And one man told me there is no even man in the grave. He told me some long story of what is in that grave. There is no man inside there. And I'm saying, Ya Allah, guide these people. Somehow, guide these people. You know, the man who was driving the taxi was one of them. And I happened to talk to him because he saw me. He said, why are you very angry? I told him I wanted to see what these people are doing. I've learned a lot from going inside. But these people, they don't realize that Islam means to worship Allah alone. That is the meaning of Islam. To worship Allah alone. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam encapsulates Islam. And they are calling out to the dead. Subhanallah. So he said, but what is wrong? I said, you cannot do that because you are risking your whole existence. He told me, no, but you know, I have been and sometimes my problem is solved. And so I said, you know what? Shaitan sometimes will lead you on. So your problem is solved and you think it was done by this and by that. That is the test from Allah. And Shaitan is playing in the mind. What we definitely need to know, Subhana Rabbi al-A'la. What we definitely need to know, when a person is deviant in that way, and this is what I asked him, do you consider it compulsory to call out on the grave? He said, no, it's just voluntary, not compulsory. I said, we consider it compulsory to call out to Allah alone. So why don't you just leave that, call out to Allah? Because common sense, if a person is calling out to a grave, ask him, is it compulsory to call out to this grave? He'll say, no, it is voluntary. It's a good deed. Now that answer is wrong, but at least he is saying voluntary, meaning I do not have to do this. So you tell him that all of us believe that it's compulsory to call out to Allah and you're not allowed to do this. So who is risking what? If you call out to Allah, are you doing something wrong? He will tell you no. So why are you risking it? Why do you want to do something that half of the world is going to tell you that you are wrong? Rather do something that you also admit that it's correct. This man says, you are right, makes a lot of sense. Then I took it a step further. I said, now you need to correct your heart to believe that that is wrong. To believe that to call out to that grave is wrong. Now I want to ask you a question, getting back to our topic of peace. The question is, if I was not prepared to talk to him in a respectful way, and if I was just going to tell him, you are like this, you are like that, and I turned the other way and spit in his face, was there going to be any luck? No luck, no chance. Why? Because the hatred, go back to the verse I read, we said if you were harsh and hard-hearted, they would have dispersed away.